Good morning. Let's get started. It's Saturday and it is 7:30 a.m. in the morning and I do the writing and reading lesson. Today I use discipline because I do not feel like it at all, but I want to do it once in a week like I said, and I have more funny things to do than that, including, let me just show you that one here. This is another intro. I do Blender stuff. Anyway, less babbling. Let's get right. Let's start. Watch the first part if you want to know what I'm doing here. Using AI. I'm using. Yeah, let's start. I'm gonna explain. I'm using a local AI / in the German / or as we say in the German language, KI, to so local AI. I'm using local AI, or I'm using local AI. Or as we say in the German language, KI, to improve my writing, reading. Bad timing, but this is whenever I use a computer now, this appears. And follow the instructions. Maybe I'm gonna explain a little bit why after this. So I'm using local AI, or as we say in the German language, KI, to improve my reading, to improve my writing, reading, and constructing. And here, this might be already the interesting part if you don't watch the other versions. Whenever I encounter a thing like that, constructing, so whenever I encounter a word like that and I cannot figure it out, I cannot write it correctly, then I have to, and if I have to check the word for its spelling, right-clicking, like that, the rule, this is the only interesting rule for you to remember when you watch that. I have to write the word after checking it 3 times in a row 3 times correctly, and then I can move on with whatever I write. Let's get to it. It's constructing, this one here. Constructing. Let's try this one. Constructing. Okay, let's do it like so. I think this is the best way to show that I'm really not checking it. Constructing. And one more time. Constructing. Okay, I'm using local AI, or as we say in the German language, KI, to improve my writing, reading, and constructing sentences skills, which are weak, even which are weak. I do struggle. I do have a weakness. I do have a reading and writing weakness. I do have a reading and writing weakness, even in my native language, which I never know. which I'm gonna ask KI in a second. AI, which is German. Okay, let's put that in the quotes. I think now German. Hey, what about those things? Do they actually work? Maybe I should use those things. Build auf, build up. This is up and down. What is position 1 doing actually? Whatever. Let's put that in quotes. So now I'm gonna prompt AI something. Hey, but this is not the real prompt. What I wanna usually start off with, but right now I just only wanna know if this here, which is correct and so on. And I also wanna see a better version of what I just wrote. Hey there, can you please please correct my English and give me only one better alternative sentence alternative, more natural English sentence. Hey there, can you please correct my English and give me one? Only one better alternative, more natural English version. Point. As a matter of fact, please correct everything we discuss today. So let's see. Good. This is why I like local AI, because it understands context a lot, and that's very useful. I want to just say that briefly. This one I want to say quickly, not right. Also, constructing sentences is a lesson here. This is a great use case of AI. This will not make you dumber. This will, you can use AI to work on your weaknesses. Use it in the way which is a little bit inconvenient, and you will learn. People are idiots. They only see black and white. They are really idiots. I get so upset with people sometimes, and all that I get. This black and white thinking is a huge problem. AI sucks, but it's also good. It's a tool. Okay. I'm pissed today because I tell you later why. It has nothing to do with. It has to do with my eyes always. It's fucking good days and bad days, you know. Anyway, let's move on. It's also morning. Yeah. Hey there, can you please correct my English? And yeah, this is what I wrote. Here's a one better, more natural alternative. Yeah, okay, he didn't understand, but it's fine. I'm using local AI, or KI as we call it in German, or as KI as we call it in German, to improve my weaker skills in writing, reading, and sentences. And sentence construction. I actually have some weaknesses in reading and writing, even in my native language, German. And that is a very casual sentence. It's not super. Doesn't sound to me like it's a good like it's not a sentence you would see in books very often, right? It's more like a casual thing. But it's still a good sentence to me. Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water to my coffee. Not into my coffee, but water next to the coffee. Okay, wait, I'm gonna pause. Almost spelled coffee, so hold on. Yeah, when I switch scenes, this automatically starts, but the sun thing here is too long. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it off. Next time it'll not appear when I post the video. So I'm using local AI. Let me just copy that down. It's a phrase I also learned here using AI. I'm writing this down now. Like so. This is the part I do not enjoy, but it's helpful. Just simply writing it once, copying this down. I'm using local AI, and because it's always context which I care right now about, it's always interesting. It's never so boring like reading stuff about I wouldn't care. Even, it's more engaging if you want. Let's just start again. I'm obviously not focused. I'm using local AI or yeah, I do not know this thing here. I never used that. Fuck that shit. It's overdone. Or KI, as we call it in the German language. As we call it in the German. That's it. As we call it in the German, to improve my weaker skills in writing. Yeah, to improve my weaker skills in writing, comma, reading, comma, and sentences and sentence construction point. I actually have some weaknesses in reading and writing, even in my native language. I actually have some. I say actually very often, so let's skip that word. I also wanna mention. Yeah, that's also a good word. Mention. Okay, let's check. Yeah, freaking stupid English sometimes. I love the sounding language, the writing language not so much. I think that's true. Now I figured it out. I love English, the sound of the English language. I do properly from my bottom of my heart, but the writing, no, not so much. It's really stupid. But at times, so is German. Same thing. Mention comes from a logic place though, everything. Okay, that's easy actually. Yeah, that's easy. I'll do it like that. Mention. Okay, let's do it like so. Let's make it a habit. Mention. Good. Let's move on. I also wanna mention. I have weaknesses. Not some. I have weaknesses in reading and writing, even in my native language. I also want to mention, comma. I have weaknesses. See, here's a little weakness. A weak is okay. Weak I can write. Weakness I can write. I have weaknesses. I'm not looking it up right now. I'm staring at my writing here. Weaknesses. No, I have to check it. Simple, right? You would say, but to me it's not sometimes. And that's the interesting part. I mean, it's good. Otherwise, I would not. It would be boring to watch. It's no one is watching it anyways. Why the fuck no one just watching the thing I care about at the moment? Not in 10 years. Right now, I want to have one. Say, hey, what are you doing? Oh, that's a good idea. No. Freaking internet. It's fine, but this is stuff I care about, Whatever. Fuck. I'm pissed. I woke up with a... I got eye floaters. Let me just say that because you don't know that. I'm gonna write that in maybe. I have weaknesses. Weakness. No. weaknesses. Okay. And again, this was first time. Weaknesses. Yeah, second time. Weaknesses. Yeah. I have weaknesses. Yeah, whatever. This is not so important, but if I see it, I have weaknesses in reading and writing. I have weaknesses in reading and writing, even in my native language. German. But now I still don't know if this. Let's see what AI is saying. Here's a one better one. AI is AI. I'm using local AI, /KI, as we call it in German, to improve my weaker skills in reading and writing, reading and sentence constructions. I should also mention, I should also mention that I have some weaknesses in reading and writing, even in my native language, German. It sounds very unnatural to me. I would like to say, which is German. You know, this is just very unnatural to me. This part is very just German. I mean, yeah, for maybe you wouldn't say it like that, but the writing is yeah. I think we do the same thing in the English. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I don't want to talk about the eyes. It bothers me. Just basically, sometimes it's just scary. I have eye doctor appointments and so on, and I go, I do the right thing, but it's, you know, I have good days and then I have days where I freak out. And last night, before going to bed, I freaked out. And then I'm okay again. So, okay, let's see. Now, the first thing what I was writing, hey there, can you please correct my English? Constructing sentences. Yeah, let's start a new prompt. I wanna create a better prompt. So, hey there, our conversation today is also a English practice. For that reason, I want you to correct my English and also provide fuck you. Come on here. What? Provide. I see, that's a mistake. Provide. Yeah. Oh, one more time. Provide. I did, yeah. It's writing it 3 times in a row after each word is just a little bit faster and easier. For easy fixes, I do it like that. For more complex words to prove or to make it more interesting as a challenge, I will always delete the word and then write it from scratch again. There are complex words. Provide. I want you to correct my English and also provide me with one better alternative sentence. Let's Why this is a thing, this weird symbol, I do not get this. Why, for what reason? Freaking stupid rules, I hate them. Why not like that? Let's, huh? What? It's not like this word exists or something. It doesn't confuse me at all. This one confuses the shit out of me. What? I mean, yeah. Let's start with how did I write it? I have to look up my own word with. Okay, let's try this. Sometimes I write it correctly, but I do not know why, and then I cannot do it anymore. So you just saw this. You just saw that happening actually in real time, with like so, right? Okay, I think it's correct. It looks to me very correct. With no. Alter. With, and one more time. Let's start with this very first from sentence prompt. How is this wrong? Well, he will correct me. Prompt. I don't think it's in the spelling. Maybe this one? Prompt. Prompt. Okay. Prompt. Yeah. Good. Okay, let me just delete this one. I don't need that anymore. I like to have things clean, you know. So that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'd happy to practice. Happy to help you practice your English. I will definitely correct any mistakes in your sentences and offer you a more natural or polished alternative. Please go ahead and okay, he didn't get that. Yeah. Awesome. How do I write awesome? Awesome. It's a stupid word anyways, but it's important. Awesome. Huh? Like okay. Awesome. Okay, this is a little bit more tricky. Awesome. And one more time. Awesome. Awesome. Please stop. Only you forgot to start with the first prompt. My apology. You are absolutely right. Always the same. So apologetic. You're absolutely right. I got so focused on setting up the practice that I missed your internal prompt. No, initial. I got so focused on setting up the practice that I missed your initial prompt. Thank you for catching that. Thank you for catching that. Since you didn't provide a specific sentence yet, I will correct and improve your last statement to show you how it works. Okay, your sentence, awesome, only you forgot to start with the very first prompt. So he doesn't get that I wanna, well, it's fine, let's just move on. I don't wanna get stuck in AI loops here. your sentence, awesome, only you forgot to start with the very first prompt. So how could I correction, feedback, grammar, flow, /flow. The phrase only you forgot sounds a little accusatory. You bitch! Don't stop whining. You forgot. What is wrong with that? I know I'm too old for this. But the language thing, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. No, I would like that. Yeah, let's accuse you. I'm whining about it. Come on here. But okay. He's right. Okay, let's get not here caught up in feelings. Let's move on. Let's listen to that. Listen, Lucas. I will listen. Okay, great. It's actually important also for guys. It is important. Your language, especially when you talk to your beloved one, is important. Do not underestimate that. It's helpful even for yourself if you overcome the stupidity. Grammar, flow, the phrase only you can make all this world seem right. Yeah, that's the thing. Only you forgot. I wonder if the song is also accusatory. Yet, now, only you forget. Sounds a little bit accusatory or overly direct in this context. It's grammatically understandable, but it doesn't sound very natural when gently pointing out an oversight. Clarity. It clearly communicates that I missed the first prompt. That's a German way of saying you did wrong. Very direct, without the filters, without saying it through the flowers. This is a German phrase we say. We don't say it through the flowers. We say it directly. Doesn't mean that we want to hurt you. It's just we want you to do better. And if you do, we are very happy. Just saying, as a side note. Better alternative sentence. Here are a few options depending on the tone you want to convey. Casual versus polite. Casual and friendly. Awesome. You forgot something. Awesome. You forgot to give me the first sentence to start with. That sounds very, I don't think so. That sounds very what's the word? Sarcastic. That to me sounds more like an insult than anything, but I think I'm right about this. But okay, let's just see. Polite, formal. Great. I noticed you haven't provided, as the great statement is, I've noticed you haven't provided the initial prompt yet. Okay. Don't like it so much. And enthusiastic. Best fit for this chat. Sounds great. Just waiting on your very first sentence now. Oh shit, I hate them all. Let's write it. I'm not telling it. So, thank you. Thank you. This is extremely. I was so certain. Extremely. Okay, there's no way around, so I have to check. Extreme. Extreme. Okay. So good. This is good. Now it's fun. Sometimes you don't feel like it, and then you start, and then you start to enjoy that. That's where discipline can be used. But you cannot maintain a long journey, meaning over months, by pure discipline. That's what I said in the earlier parts. It's not possible. Only as it's time, do it, and then, But it has to be fun and enjoyable. And I do now enjoy it again. It's just the starting sometimes I don't want to do. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's try this. Extremely. No, I have to check this again. What is it wrong here? EXT. Extreme. There is no A. Extremely. Let's try this. Okay. Extremely. Extremely. Okay, that's a difficult word. Doesn't look for it's kind of in the a little bit above average difficulty. Not super difficulty, but difficult. Extremely. See? And I have to start from the beginning again. So what's wrong here? I see. Extremely. Okay, first one. Extremely. And again, what the fuck did I wrong? Okay. Extremely. I just wonder. See how difficult that is sometimes? And I do this since Easter 2026. You can check out the date of this video release here. But the day is, just to tell you, June 13th, 2026, 8, 9 something. And I already can see improvement in my skills. Extremely. Hey, what the hell? What am I doing wrong here? Extremely. Okay, first extremely. Jesus Christ! I mean, really? What the fuck, man? Extremely. Yeah. Okay, first one. Extremely. I like to get upset, don't get me wrong. Might be sounding a little bit too annoyed, but it's part of it. Extremely. Nothing wrong as long as I do my job. That's how I see it. I complain, I yell. Not saying it's a good thing, but eventually I do my stuff. Okay, thank you. That's extremely. That's one more time because it's fun. I don't have to, but it's fun. Extremely. Yeah. Next time I will encounter this word, I will still struggle, but I will probably be able to fix it faster. If I do it at least, I mean, twice a week would be ideal. Minimum once a week, you know. And right now I'm very creative with Blender shit. Thank you. This is extremely powerful. Not really, but I just want to write it. Powerful. No. Powerful/help. Powerful/helpful. But there's always a but. However, I really do not appreciate. Wait, maybe I can fix it. Let's try. Appreciate. No, I can't. I see. Appreciate. No, it's oh my. I see. C8. Okay. Appreciate. Okay. Appreciate. Appreciate. I really do not appreciate the English here. English alternatives. Since I tell you why. The reason. No. To me, as a German native speaker. I'm not a real German. To me, as a German native speaker, however, but my native language is German. So to me, as a German native speaker, I'm not a real German, but my native language is German. Your better alternative sentences do suck. sound extremely wait, I can do it. I feel extremely do sound extremely by the way, I don't have to write it 3 times in a row again. I only have to do it once. If I feel like it, it's fun, I can do it, but I do that because to maintain the fun aspect. The rule, one time after checking it, one time successfully wrote fixed kind of a word in this way, it's enough, you know. So I will do this next time again, and then again, and it works very well. Do not underestimate the fun aspect when it comes to learning. Don't torture yourself too much. Discipline important, but do not overdo it, otherwise you stop doing it. There are so many people having great ambition, intelligent people, and they want to show off how well they do. They start off well and then they fail over time. Look at this channel. I started English learning from scratch and I fucking did it, you know. And so I still have struggled with that, but that's even better, you know, and I still maintain. Why? Because I make it fun for me. Important, the shit. But you don't listen. You don't listen. Reminds me on Seinfeld. Yeah, nothing against Indian guys. It's just, you know, you guys sound very, very funny. Like as I do, right? Once in a while, or maybe not, depending on what you like or not. Your better alternative sentence. Yeah, this is a German habit. Your better alternative sentences do not, maybe a comma, do sound extremely dishonest to me. As a matter of fact, this is more offensive. Now wait. As a matter of fact, and for the viewer, not you, obviously, but the word viewer. For the I was able, and for the viewer, this is true. I mean that. For I will not know. I'm just writing it for you. This is right. This is for you. I mean it. I really do mean that. I don't want to confuse AI. As a matter of fact, I perceive. Yeah, I perceive. I will. How do I write that even? So the I perceive. Ah shit, I have no idea. I perceive, right? Perceive. Perceive. If I'm lucky, it gets it. No. Shit, where's my phone? To perceive something. Let me use my tablet here quickly. I gotta check this one here. Since I don't know, I cannot even write it close enough so that the program understands what I try to write. So I have to use now ChatGPT on my phone to quickly ask, use pronunciation. There's a way around it, but I haven't set this up yet. This is a new installation, kinda. Hey, how are you doing, man? I want you to... How do I spell the word perceive in the term of I perceive this in a different way, or this is how I perceive the universe?
Yeah, for sure. The word is spelled Perceive. So you perceive something in a certain way, like you understand or you interpret it.
Yeah, okay. No, give me all your life information. That's great. Boy, AI is so good with that. You should make use of that. It's better than teachers, in my opinion. Why is it depends on if you have a good teacher, that might not be true, but usually it's true because it doesn't get tired and the context, very powerful tool. Use it. Don't fight that shit always. There's certain good aspects. There's also bullshit, but this is good. Use it. Perceive, like so. I think I just have to write it once, like it's over there. No, even so it's written Perceife. Yeah, that's how it's written. Great, let's use that. I'm just gonna do this I'm gonna copy that like so, and let's try this. Well, I gotta see it one more time. And the C is correct. And then basically Eve. Huh? Interesting. Let's try this. And I forgot already, it's gone. Alter. What the fuck? How mean is that? The R is silent, right? What? Appear? No, the E is silent. Why? I don't wanna know why. I don't wanna. It's just okay. That's the mistake. Of course. Just from sounds, perceive. No, this is a tricky, not difficult, just very tricky. Okay, let me just split that a little bit. Let me just practice it to get the feeling. No, I'm wrong. Okay, in this case, I'm wrong. That's good. Sure, I can be wrong too. Hard to imagine, but yeah. It's not perceive, it's perceive, right? Perceive. I think I'm wrong. Let me check with AI quickly. Because now I maybe also learn a little bit of pronunciation here. So do I get this correct? It's not perceive. I misspelled that actually. I don't pronounce it very well. So I used to say perceive, but it's actually perceive.
Yeah, exactly. You've got it. It's pronounced perceive. It's one of those subtle ones, so no worries.
So can you say that 3 times in a row?
Of course. Here we go. Perceive. Let me know if you need any more.
Okay, that's great. Perceive. So there is you can hear that actually. That is great. Perceive. Okay. Perceive. Jesus, I was so perceive. The older I get, I start to believe more. It's true, especially when, I always had that in me. It's a different topic, but I'm just mentioning it because maybe I used to, but not in the Christian way. It's more like a spiritual way. But yeah, anyway, just say that because it's true. Affect I see. No, I have to see that word again. It's so tricky. Let's just perceive. I see. Okay, let me just practice this part here. See, the I is a problem. Perceive. Okay, let's try that. Let's try it again. Sometimes if there is no logic with the I key, this one here, it's very not logical. It's very unlogical to me. in this case, just simply practice until you get it. That's it. You know, your brain, or you have the capability of just memorizing things, and then they make logical sense. Then you think, it makes logical sense, but you just memorized it. That's also if you're not. People are sometimes so confident. Oh no, this makes totally sense, and it's just no, it doesn't. It's just you repeated it so often that you think it makes sense, but it really doesn't make much sense anymore. And it's very interesting. Not in all circumstances. There are some, sometimes they are so tricky. Sometimes rules are so tricky. They come from a real place where it makes completely sense, but it's, very hidden. So that exists as well. But that's very interesting for older people. So no, there isn't. Well, I forgot again. It's a tricky word. What can I do? Less babbling. No, heck, no. It's important to keep it fun. And I want to express myself. It's also sentence practice, things I want to talk about. It's also part of it. Shut up. Perceive. Let me just do that like that. Right now I'm with the looking up. Perceive. Okay. Perceive. I have to check again. Perceive, like perceive. Okay. Perceive. Okay, like Percy almost. Awful name, by the way. I'm sorry if you're named Percy. That's because of my childhood. See. You can maybe, if you're a good guy, you can make it change. If you perceive. Okay, but it helps me. Hey, in this case, Percy maybe is Percy. Thank you for that, man. It might not be the name, but it helps me in this. Perceive, yeah. Okay, now let's try that 3 times. Perceive. 1 time. Perceive. 2nd time. Perceive. 3rd time. Achievement unlocked. Good. As a matter of fact, I forgot the word I. One more time together. Okay. As a matter of fact, I perceive. Perceive. I'm not sure if I say that now so often now. It actually happens to me. You have to watch the first parts. So in order to understand what I mean, and even then, whatever. What I perceive. So as a matter of fact, I perceive your better alternatives, alternative sentences, which are fine. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I perceive your better alternative sentence, which are fine. Thank you. As very condescending. Maybe I can condescending. No, the next word here. Condescending. What do I do wrong? Condescend. Yeah, what is then wrong? It's the same thing. If I, this is so hard for me to check here. S I N D. Hä? Conde? C-O-N-D. C-O-N-D. E-S-I. E-S-A. C. Almost, huh? It's close. Condescending. I like the I mean, it's still wrong, but the ding I like. I hope it's ding. What the fuck is wrong now? Ah, shit. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, what did I do wrong here again? Condi. S. Condi. SC. You gotta be, I mean, freaking English, you know? Okay, it's like condes and then sending. Condes and then sending. Ah, man. Everything I'm complaining, but I let me say it. English, or all the rules, I strongly believe they come from an original place, you know, when there were less people around, walking around this earth. And what people probably did, they tried when they invented language a long time ago, I know. And yeah, English is maybe from Latin, whatever, doesn't really matter. What matters is back then when there were less people, they had that when they invented writing, they tried to match the sound. You know, that was the goal. But after that, after a while, people start to move around and they modify here a modification, here a modification, and then they met again. So they scattered and met again. The world became one a little bit again, and everything got mixed up. Also and that's the logic of the language got mixed up. That's, I think, why we have so many words which do not follow any what does this word sound, you know, or they don't look like they would follow a certain. They're basically not written as they sound, and we have silent letters and stuff like this. I think this is where those things are coming from, and sometimes silent letters also try when there are words which sound similar, but you have to make sure that it, you know, you have to distinguish between one word. Well, you maybe know what I mean. Okay, let's move on. I got tired of it. As very condescending. The ding is the best. The ding, I like that because the ding means thing in the German. This one here, ding, means thing. Yeah, it's very funny to me. It's also ding dong. It's the ding dong we say when we mean the ring doorbell. Ding dong. Also in English, I guess. So that's very funny to me. Condescending. Okay, first time. Condescending. Long words. Don't complain about German long words. You can see you also have the shit. Condescending. And here is the thing. I have to start now from the scratch again. But I think I can do it. Condescending. First time. Condescending. Second time. Condescending. Yeah. Condescending. Yeah, it's true though. So, as a matter of fact, I perceive your better alternative sentence, which I don't think that's right. Doesn't look right to me. I cannot tell what is wrong. I can tell something is off here. Which are fine, thank you. As very condescending, comma, dishonest. So what we have here, you forgot to give me the first sentence to start with. That's actually not bad. So ignore the awesome. Just say you forgot to give me the first sentence to start with. Yeah, that's actually okay. But this one here, I've noticed you haven't provided the initial prompt yet. Hate this. I hate this one. But this is kind of okay-ish. This one sounds great, just waiting on your very first sentence now. It's like, it's not, you know, the problem with being indirect from a German perspective. It makes logical sense. It, by not being direct, you kind of letting the other person guess there's something off. Right, you're giving the other person a chance to fix the mistake. I just realized that right now. So in the English version, when you use a sentence like that, you basically, the other person has a chance to correct its own error, its own mistake, which we like to do. When we make a mistake, we really like to figure it out ourselves and then to fix it. We do not like to be told we did wrong. That's the difference between the German. But the advantage here in the German language is by being direct, you do not waste any more time. You're just telling, hey, this is the wrong way. You know, you made a mistake. Please correct it immediately. So there's not please, correct it immediately and we can move on. And I gotta admit, it's pissing me also off when a German is saying that you're wrong. You know, then I think I don't like it as much. But also, just wait. The other one here is clear. It's the English version here sounds great. Just waiting on your very first sentence now is kinda it doesn't sound nice to me. It sounds condescending, really. It sounds patronizing. It sounds also dishonest and looking down a little bit. I really don't like those choices here. Is there maybe a better way? So I think, okay, to agree, there is a way. So let's say you wanna, let me think about this one. You wanna, also the lesson is already done. I did more than 20 minutes, so I can now digress a little bit, so don't complain. Also, it's still constructing sentences. Let's say the other person made a mistake and I wanna mention that the other person forgot something to say or to do. It doesn't really matter, but I don't want to be super direct like a German because it doesn't allow for the other person to self-correct. So you want to make the other person aware that there is being a mistake. So how could you mention that without sounding condescending? Is maybe maybe it's just saying, hey, thanks, man. I think, yeah, you can, man, this is tricky. How can you combine both worlds in that? Without trying to be super nice, artificial nice. This is also a thing I don't want to do, you know. I don't want to be artificial nice, but so, well, it depends on the person, right, too. But what about this sounds great, but I think you forgot, this can also be, but I think it's better actually, not just waiting, but maybe if you use humor, but humor is also tricky. I mean, in the Western world, you can use humor to make the other person aware of something that's great, but didn't, what would be funny? That's great, but could it be possible there's something missing in here? You know, that could work to make the other person aware in a funny way, you know. But if the other person is maybe from the Eastern continent where there is less sarcasm and more, you know, it's confusing to them. It really matters. Yeah, sounds great. Let me think about what could I say. Sounds great, but I think you forgot the first sentence. I would say it like that. I think you forgot. So when I say, you know, it's not perfect still. I think I would say, so I would say something like that. Sounds great. Sounds great. Sounds great. but I think it's not. I don't like the sentence either much, you know, but it's a little bit better. I think for it's the same thing basically, because I know I don't think. This is the problem. I lie here. This is tricky because it's direct because it's super obvious. It's very tricky. So I don't want to say I think you made a mistake because I know you made a mistake. But how can I sound more nice and still telling you I 100% sure you made a mistake? Sounds great. Here we go. I got it. Maybe I might have said it in something like that. Sounds great, but I think maybe I didn't communicate it. I might have to work on my communication skills. Too long. Sounds great. I think I should have more natural. I should have said it better. I think, Then I can say I think I should have said it. I should have said it in better. So I should have said it better. I meant, and then explaining what actually, but this is still a little bit long. So it sounds great, but I think maybe I miscommunicated it. Maybe I said it wrong. What I mean is you, sounds great. I think you forgot. Maybe I think it's still think. I think you may forget the you forgot to start with the first prompt. Because I didn't. I have to memorize this now. I have to look away. Because I didn't communicate it well enough. It's still too long, the sentence, but it's the best thing right now, because then the thing makes sense, because that's something which I can truly think. I can say I really truly think, because I didn't because I didn't communicated. I can do that. Communicated. Man. Double M, yeah. Okay. Communicated. Man. Hey, come on, I want to get this done. Communicated. Like so. Let's try it again 3 times. Communicated. I didn't communicate it well enough. Here we go. Okay, it's not the best sentence. The problem with the sentence is it's so long that the other person has a chance, and it should be also allowed. If you, especially for women, I know that doesn't sound fair. Maybe there's some men too, but sometimes they have such long sentences. It's really hard to interrupt. You know, just shorten it down, give you a little bit space for. I say one in my experience. You know, Although, to be honest, there are also guys who sometimes are like really, that's the reason why I think everybody should have a YouTube channel, just to not bother people in your reality, in your real life, just let it out there for someone to discover, if you're lucky. Otherwise, whatever. So I would say something like that. Sounds great, but I think you may forget, and I think you may forget because I didn't communicate it well enough. So in this case, I do not accuse the other person of making a mistake. I can say the other person struggled with understanding what I meant, and the reason for that could be my way of communication. So the other person has also a chance not just to correct itself, himself, herself, but also has a chance of telling me if I did right, and is allowed to correct me as well. And people love doing that shit. And in this way, I think this is the best sentence, which is direct because it could be true. There's obviously a if I don't get the answer immediately, there's also a chance that I, as a German, made a mistake in giving the wrong instructions, and so it's direct in both ways, and it's honest also. The thinking part, in this case, it's honest, not the thing I think you forgot. If I just say that, I think you forgot, I would lie, because I don't think the other person forgot. I think the other person forgot, and the reason might be that I didn't communicate it well enough, and then I can use think. And if I just say in the German, you forgot, then you just, I think that's the thing. I figured it out. Now I leveled up here. And no one is watching that shit. I really drives me nuts. At least this shit you should watch. I mean, not the stupid games. Games are awesome for learning, by the way. And they're good for entertaining, for, relaxing and fun and so on. Anyway, okay. So I'm very pissed. The eye situation stresses me out. Fucking stresses me out. And I have all the rights to be that, Maybe I'm gonna do a dedicated video on that, so that you know what's up. But it also makes me more crazy. But I did well the last couple of days. But there's always a day where you struggle more. Anyway, now I leave you, and I did it for this week. So again, it's Saturday, and I was working on other things like a sun, a better sun. This is just the intro. I have a better version. Hey, let me pause that so that I can prepare the other version. And then you see what I'm working on as a bonus. If you watched until now, I'm gonna give you a long version, all done in Blender. I'm just using the VLC media player here, and continue. So this is just the intro, but now I'm gonna show you a background video, which is not an intro, it's just meant to be longer. Let's watch together. So this is so far the Blender version. You see, blip, 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 blip. No. No. I'm maybe gonna upload that. But I have to finish the final thing first. But I should, not sure if I do this today. Again, it's not the intro, this is meant to be longer. It's meant to be longer. What do you mean? It's not long enough. Good. I'm going now. So, goodbye.